Notion Setup for Beginners In-Depth Tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to set up Notion the right way from day one. You'll learn how to structure your workspace, organize pages, use databases, and build a clean system that grows with you. By the end, you'll have a Notion setup ready for daily use. Let's get started. Go to your web browser, type in notion.com, and then log in if you already have an account, or create an account using your email address or your Google account. And then when you successfully log into Notion, this is what opens up and this is where you land. This is your Notion workspace. If you go up to the very top here, your workspace name is displayed, which you just selected. If you go to the drop down, you have all your spaces listed here. I already have 3 spaces, so I'm not going to create more. These are the 3 workspaces that I already have. We're on this one. This one is opened up. We could go to a different one if needed. I'm going to show you the setup on this one first, and then we'll go and create one on a new one. So this is your workspace, and before going further and starting to build our space, starting to build our setup, you need to know what kind of a Notion setup is suitable for you. As a beginner, you just need a simple Notion setup. In this simple setup, the pages are your main containers. So if you go here and you click on page, you can create a page. And this page you see over here is going to be the basis of your whole system. You're going to have lots of pages, and your structure is going to consist of many different pages, and then they could contain different things. The databases store repeatable information like tasks or notes. So if you go up here and you click on a database, that is going to open up, and here you can store all kinds of tasks, all kinds of notes in the form of lists. So you have tables here in which you can store all that kind of information, and these tasks or notes are all going to have their own separate page, just like the page I showed you. And then you're also going to create a home page, and that home page is going to act as a control center. You're going to design it in sort of a dashboard way, and that is going to be your control center. So the structure that we're going to make, I already have made it. I'm going to give you a short, quick preview of that setup, and then we're going to create that setup in another workspace. So the control center that I'm talking about is over here. It's a page, and don't worry yet about all this over here. Just concentrate on the dashboard that I've created. I'll just explain that to you, and we'll go into more detail, so don't worry about anything if you don't understand it fully. So this is another page that we have designed in a way that it looks like a dashboard. So you have the title home here, you have a call out reminder to start here every day, then you have a heading, this is my Notion dashboard, and you have a small description, this is my main workspace for tasks, notes, and projects. Down here you have some main areas, you've given them the heading main area too. And then here, these are clickable areas over here. You can click on them. You have tasks. So if you go here, the tasks page is going to open up, and then you have all the tasks in here. And then you have redesign landing page and edit logo, and you can open that task as well. And then you get all the details for that task. And you can go back and open up the next task, and it has the status and the due date and details. If you go back to the home page, then you have more areas. Again, you have projects, you have personal. So these areas, you can click on them and you can go there. And this is what the main space is like. So all your notes, your projects, your personal notes, your tasks, all are linked over here. This is your main dashboard, and that is why I've said that it's going to be your main control center, because it's going to be kind of like a table of contents or just a dashboard. Notion doesn't force structure on you. You create clarity by deciding where the things live. So when you decide how everything's going to be, you're making it clear. You're creating clarity by deciding where the things are going to be. And that is exactly what we'll do in this setup. So let me just give you a quick preview. This is your dashboard. Here you have your 4 different areas. You can go to each area. Here you have the tasks in a table, and if you click here, you can go to that task and you can view it in side view. Then go back home, you have another area for notes, and then the notes are going to open up. Now these notes over here appear different from the tasks that we just saw. So the tasks were in table view, the notes over here are not in a table view like that. This is different, and Notion is completely block supported, and you can just drag any text, any table, any database, anything. You can drag this heading to a different area. You can drag this down here, and then it changes. So you can drag these things around. So these are the notes. They look different, and when you click here, you can open up your note. It opens up on the side. It even has tags on the notes. So go back home. Then after notes, you have projects. So if you go to projects, you'll see that this is different, kind of similar to the tasks that we had. So this is available in table view. If you open your project, we have just one project here, but you can add in a lot more. The project is titled Design Website. And if you open that, this is how it opens up. And then it has details on your project. Go back home. After projects, you have your personal notes. So go here, and then you have personal, you have personal goals, you have habits, and you have important links. And here you can see that you have a bullet list and you don't have tables here. So in bullet list, you can be a little bit vague, or just it gives you a little bit more freedom. So these are the 4 categories that you want to concentrate on for your personal aims and goals and anything related to your personal notes. So go back home. That is the dashboard, and these are the 4 main areas. Now this is a system that I'm going to show you how to make the setup, and it is basically for any beginners who are just starting out, and it gives you a sort of structure to start your journey on Notion. So I'm just going to open up a different workspace from here. We're on this one right now. I'm just going to open up this one. And then here I have a different workspace. And as you can see, there are different notes over here, or different pages over here. Now, just like our other workspace, you have a left sidebar here and a center page here. So I do want to go straight to the setup, but I just want to let you know here that this is the create button, and you can create any page. From here, you can create any meeting notes with the recording and transcription. So you can go here for meeting notes, and then if you want to create a database, you can go here. And then a lot of templates are also available on Notion. So you can go there for templates for tasks, pages, databases, anything, everything is available for the templates, and they are free. So go ahead and use the templates too if you need, but start off with a simple system, which I'm just going to show you. The search area here is also very powerful. You have home, meetings, Notion AI, and inbox. What you're going to do in order to start setting up is, first of all, go to this area and delete any of the demo pages. So you have demo pages or sample pages. For example, this getting started page. These are some pages that I have made when I was working on this workspace before, but if you have a new workspace, you're definitely going to have this getting started page. So if you click here, you have the getting started page here. And if you click here, you have a to-do list here, which is also a random list created for you to go over all these points with, and then even in the getting started area, go over all these points with. Once you read through them, you'll have some tips that you can use. So because we have gone through them and we have read them already, I'm just going to go here, click on the 3 dots, and I'm going to move this to trash. So you want to clear your space. You want to remove all these excess pages from here so that you have a very neat and clean space here. So after deleting all extra pages, go over to new page and create your new page. Now this page is going to be the home page or the dashboard like I showed you. So in the heading over here, write either home or home page or Notion home page, whatever you like. And this page will be the entry point for everything you do in Notion. Then press enter, add in a description. Here you're going to type in, there we go, that is the description. Then go down, press enter, and add in a heading. So whenever you want to add in a heading, you could either click here and then go search for a heading. I've used this before, that's why it's popping up here at the top. But you would go down and then you'd select which heading you want. Or you could simply go over here, type in slash and then heading, and then you would find the headings quicker. So whichever kind of heading you want, select that, and then write in my Notion dashboard, or you could just write dashboard if you like, and press enter. And then as you know, you can drag these texts, and as you know, Notion supports blocks, and every area of text is also a block which you can move around, you can drag. So this description does not exactly belong here, it belongs under this area, so we can just carry this up here, and there we go. Next, add in your other heading, so slash heading, add in the heading, put in the heading either areas, main areas, my main areas, or sections. So I'm going to write in sections, and then I'm going to add in the 4 sections. The home page will link out to important sections instead of holding everything itself. So the sections are going to be listed here, and then when you click on them, you'll be taken to those pages. So right now we're creating our core pages, and this is going to be the system foundation. Here, the first section is going to be tasks, and then notes, projects, and personal. So each is a separate block, and after you have done that, you're going to highlight this and go up here to the 3 dots, turn into. So you're going to turn this into, there are a lot of options of things that you can turn it into. We're going to turn this into a page, and here you can see that a page has been created for tasks. If you click here, you can go to that page. So we're going to do the same for the rest of them. Highlight it, go to the 3 dots, click on turn into page. Same for the third one, turn into page, and then same for the fourth and last one, turn into page. You can add in as many sections as you like, but for beginners, this is what is recommended. Each of these is now its own dedicated area, keeping your workspace clean, organized, and easy to navigate. Then go to the tasks page and set up your tasks. So you're here, press and enter, go over here, add in a table. You have 2 options, table view, and actually if you type in /table, then you'll get all those options, and you have these 3 options. So you want to go for the database, the table view. This table here is going to be a simple table. You don't want that, you want this one. So add that in, give the table a name. So go here, I'm gonna name it my tasks or whatever you like, and set up the columns. Go over here, change the name, give it the title task name. So here the task is going to go here. Then add the second property, click on text, add in the text, enter in whatever property you want that to be. We're going to make it status. Here you're going to enter in whatever the status of the task is. It could be either to do or in progress or done, whatever that is. Then add in the next priority, put in text, edit the text, give this property a name. We're going to name this one due date. So for the tasks, we're going to include only the due date and not the start date. We're going to do that for projects. So here we have the information. Now enter in a task. So whenever you enter in a task, every task is going to get its new own page. Enter in the task name. We're going to name it website redesign. The status would be in process. The due date could be tomorrow or anything. So that is how you enter in your task. You can add in more. So any task, add in another task, and all those tasks are going to have their own separate pages, and you can even visit them and see. So if you click here, you can open up the task pages. You go here, this task opens up. You go back, open this one, this task opens up, and it has all the details. You can add in more properties, you can add in comments, you can go over here and you can change the settings and add in more details that you want to add in. There is a lot of customization here available on Notion as well. So here are going to be all of your tasks. Then go back to your home page, and then after tasks, you're going to set up your notes. So go to notes and then set those up. So the tasks were in table view. For the notes, we're going to have list view. That's how it's going to be different. So press enter and then click either plus or put in /lists, and you're going to have the list view, the database list view. And then here you have your list. You're going to give this a title. We'll name it all notes because you're going to have all your notes over here. And then you're going to add in a new page. This is going to have the title of your note. This note is going to have a separate page of its own. This note could be website design client notes. Then your next note could be on logo inspo notes. And then you could go on and create a list of all of your notes. These notes are going to open up too. So click here, and then in the list, your notes, this is your notes. So you could have a long list of notes. Click here and you could create a new note. And like all other pages, you have sorting options, filter options, automation options. You could search, and you can also view it as a full page and then change settings as well. So very convenient and very customizable. So we're going to go back to our home page, and then we've set up our tasks, we've set up our notes. Now we're going to set up our project / table and we want the table view. To the notes, you can also add in tags. So over here, if you click on add tags, you can search for any tag you want to add. This is a work related note, so you could type in work and you could create that tag. You can add in multiple tags as well. So search for something else that could be ideas. So type in ideas as well. You can put in that tag. You could put in another tag called maybe inspo, add in that tag. So you can add in multiple tags or you could add in just one. So click edit here and add tags. And here I'll just add in work. So that is how the tags work. And in the search area, when you search for any notes using the tags, when you search up any tag, these notes are going to appear here in the search area. Give your projects page a name. So we're going to name it project tracker, and then add in the properties. Here you're going to have the project name. And then for the next property, you're going to have the status, select text, or type in status. And then here you'd be entering in whatever the status is, for example, planned, active, or completed, whatever the status of the project is. Then add in a property, and that is going to be start date. So click here, start date, and then add another one. And that one is going to be end date. So do we have that option? Select text and change the property name to end date, enter, and there we go. So we have set up our table for our project tracker, and then we're going to put in a project. So each row now is a project, and when you open a project, you can add goals, notes, or related links. So let's put in a project. This project is going to be design website, and then the status could be planned, and then whatever the dates are, right? And then you could add in another project that could be design logo, and then that could be in process or whatever. And then maybe you don't have to add in all the details this way. If you like, you can just open up the whole project. So if you go here, click on open, you can open up the whole project and then you can add in the details here. So for example, we don't know the start date, just enter in the start date from the calendar here, and we'll make that 4th Feb. And the end date for this would be maybe 20th. So you can do that. Now, you notice that there is a difference because we selected this one, the start date from the calendar, and this was just the text that we put in. So there's going to be a difference. When you go here, you'll have the option from selecting from a calendar. So just to show you that again, if you enter in the property, for example, from here, and you don't select the text, and you select maybe status from here, then you'll have status options to select from. So you go here and you can select the status option from here. If you go here, so you don't always have to choose text. You could go to date and then you could add in the end date. So like that, a lot of customization is possible. Create your projects, project tracker, and then go back to your home page and set up your personal notes. So over here, we're going to set up the bullet points. Press enter, put in hash bulleted list or list. We have this up here, so we're just going to select bulleted list from here. So that's how you add in the bullets. Again, add another one, and then again, add more. You're going to note down bullets according to 3 categories, and those are going to be your personal goals. So put in personal goals, add in a heading actually. So let's add in a heading. The first one is going to be personal goals, and the second one is going to be habits, and the third one is going to be important links. Now you don't have to stick to this because your personal notes are going to be for you and they're going to be personal, and you can add in whatever suits you best. So these are the 3 headings that you are going to consider. Drag this down here and just add in more. So add in more bullet points and then add more bullet points for this one. So go here, add in bullet points, and there you go. Just start taking down your notes. Because we've added in bullet points, this page stays flexible and low pressure. Make sure that everything is connected back to home. So we go back to our home page. You want to make sure that all of these pages are connected to the home page, and you can open up each home page, and we know for sure that every page is openable because we have just gone there. Make sure all the pages are clearly visible and clickable. You can also add in a divider. So if you go here, type in /divider and click on the divider. That way you can add in a divider here. So one should be up here, and just duplicate this or add in another, and then take this one down here. So add in these dividers for clarity. You can also add in a call out. So we're going to go up here, press enter, and add a call out. Type in start here every day. And this is going to reinforce your home as your default entry point. Each day, you're going to open up your home page. You're going to open up Notion. You're going to come here, open up your home page, and then you want to check your tasks for priority. So you're going to go here, check out your tasks, check out which task is on priority. Then you want to go to your notes and add in any notes while you are learning or thinking. Then update your projects only when needed. So when it's applicable to adjust your projects or add in details or update them, then update your projects. And in the personal area, you're going to use it for everything else. So go over here and put in all other details and links and whatever notes that you want to put in. This keeps Notion helpful and not overwhelming. So a clean Notion beginner setup looks like this. You'll have home as your dashboard. You'll have a simple task tracking area. You'll have one place for all of your notes and clear separation for your project. Notion becomes powerful when your system stays simple, just like this. This setup gives you a strong, beginner-friendly Notion foundation. Once this feels natural, you can expand it slowly, but only when your workflow demands it. You now have a complete Notion setup that is practical, flexible, and easy to maintain.